Hey guys, so I have a few quick tips I want to share with you about socializing your dog or puppy at the dog park. I'm specifically talking about smaller dogs, but this can work with larger dogs. When I've got Peach on, she's my first dog. I'm a first time dog owner. What I did was just drop her at the dog park and say, okay, here you go. There's a lot of other dogs around. Go ahead and have at it, socialize, or do whatever it is that dogs do. But what I learned was that she's very scared. She was the smallest most of the time out of all the dogs at the park, and it was really intimidating for her. So she would run and try to hide behind me, um, and it was just something she would try to do. Sometimes she would kind of like signal to me that she wanted me to carry her because she was uncomfortable. But that's it's one of those few things. For those of you who have been to a dog park, and from all the dog parks that I've been to, there is no place to hide for a dog. Even if she goes under the bench, another small dog can come and chase her and try to play with her, even if that's not what she wants. So it's really important to kind of create like a safe haven or space for her. And the way I do this is I spread my feet so she could sit or stand right in between my legs. And when she does this, she's protected on both sides. And I will actually squat over her so that she's also not feeling, so she feels, I guess you would say, extra safe. And this is helpful because she knows she can kind of tunnel through you, and she only has to watch her front and her back. So it makes her feel a little bit protected. It also helps you because you're in a position where if things escalate really quickly, there are too many dogs, there's a dog trying very hard to play with her or bite or nip or whatever, you can just pick her up and she'll be out of harm's way or whatever. So that's my tip, is just creating that little haven for her so she feels safe and not threatened by other dogs or an unknown space and so forth. So I this has been very helpful with her, making her feel safe and comfortable at the dog park, socializing her to other dogs. She was very shy, very easily intimidated, extremely submissive. So this was a really great way to kind of transition her. And she would poke her head out and sort of like when she was curious enough about another dog, she could, come out when she was more comfortable. So it's been really helpful. The other tip I want to share is if your dog is experiencing and having a negative experience at the dog park, you want to shorten that time as much as possible. So if she's being chased by a dog and she's screaming and running across the park, you want to grab her as quickly as possible to minimize her screaming, her, trauma, um, and that will help sort of keep her from feeling as scared. It kind of minimizes the time of trauma for her to react or, kind of digest that experience. So that would be my second tip. Just try to minimize that time of any kind of negative experience if you can, and creating that safe haven for her.